What's up, guys? God's Elite back with another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about Ghost Recon Wildlands, the beta that just came out. I didn't know that it was coming out. I downloaded it late last night and played for a few hours. So I have some gameplay playing in the background. I'm going to tell you what I think about it. For me, I think it's really going to be cool. I was very excited while playing it. I didn't have any issues or times where I thought, man, I hate this game. I don't want to buy it. I really would love to buy it. Horizon's coming out tomorrow, so I've already got that paid for. But other than that, I'm broke, so I probably won't be able to actually get the game. But it still was fun to play the beta. So for those of you out there getting it, I think you're really going to enjoy the game. Maybe I'll get it later down the road when it hits the what's it? Well, I mean, it's already in GameFly, but it's going to be low availability for a while, so I might try to get it from there. But it seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. I like the fact that it's multiplayer and single player, and the fact that whether you go into a game with someone else, no matter what level they are or where they are in the game, all your progress sticks, so you don't have to worry about that. I am wondering, though, with the weapons and everything, if the enemies scale at all or if they're just pretty standard and you just go through the whole area. I don't think they're leveled like in the division, so I think that if you have like a beginner and someone who's beat the whole game, I don't think it's going to actually have that big of a difference. But it would still be a lot of fun. I think that's one of the things that sucks in some games is that you get to the end of the game and you've got a new friend that wants to come in, but the playing field is not level, and it's hard for the new person to play with the person who's beat the game, or vice versa. So I think that's gonna be squashed in this game, but we'll just have to wait and see as gameplay comes out from the finished product. For me, when I started the game, the cutscene was pretty detailed. It let us know kind of what's going on. There's basically this Santa Blanca cartel making drugs, and they've taken over this country. They're buddies with the government now because they killed so many of their cops that they just said, hey, fine, we'll work with you. Just leave our people alone, pretty much. So you're not only battling the cartel, you're battling the government. And in the little screen, your pause screen, you can kind of see how well you've done against the government and the cartel individually. So you can check on your story progression through all different sections anytime you want. So I think that's really cool. So basically, the cartel's taken over the country. They're trying to get drugs all over the world, in the U.S., Canada, and South America, everywhere else. And there's basically 5 main bosses. You've got the leader, El Sueño, and I've got all this stuff from their website. You've got Nita Flores. She's in charge of trafficking, making sure stuff gets where it needs to go. You've got El Cardinal, whatever you want to call him. He's pretty much the priest, and he is the head of influence. So, in the region, how they're seen, how you want to call it, influence. Maybe the oppression and fear part. Yeah, that probably has something to do with it. That's more the leader, though. You've got El Yayo, which is the head of production and production of the drugs, and then El Muro, and he has to do with security. So basically, you're going to spend the whole game trying to get intel and finish missions so that you can take on these 5 main individuals. And basically, how you do that is completing missions, side missions, finding intel. I did a few of those while I played last night, and I gotta say I really enjoyed it. Even though I was playing solo with the 3 AI characters, I still had a lot of fun ordering them around and telling them what to do. If I wanted to be stealthy, I kind of went in by myself and just took them out one at a time. Or if I just wanted to go in guns blazing and sit back and watch the show, I would send them in firing and just help out wherever I needed to. So it's really fun that you can change up the play style. I read somewhere else that you can, during each mission, select whether it's day or night time, and a few other options and how you want to arrive in the mission. So I think that's really cool. For me, one of my critiques, though, about the game so far is the driving. I don't really like the driving that much. It's kind of flimsy when you're going down the road. I was going down a hill, and I wasn't really doing much, but my car kept sliding side to side all over. So I don't know if it's just the geometry of the road, and they're trying to simulate driving in driving down a mountain that's, a bunch of dirt, instead of driving through a city like in GTA where the pavement's flat and everything's pretty smooth. So if they're trying to do that, then it makes sense. But if not, it's just really wacky, and it's kind of hard to keep your vehicle on the road. Then again, I'm not the greatest driver in these kind of games anyways. But one of the other issues driving, though, is the distance between everything. It's kind of like Division when you're trying to run to something and you think, oh, it's right there, but then you run 20 minutes down the way and you finally get to it. There's a lot of driving in this game. It took me forever to get to places. Now, there are fast travel hubs, and there's a good many hubs in the different regions. You don't really have to worry about having to drive too far if you just want to fast travel. But me, sometimes I like to fast travel. Sometimes when I can play for a while, I like to really get immersed and drive and fly and sometimes run. If I can run up the hill, then I'll do that. So I really think it has a good balance of things you can do. Since I don't like the driving so much, I can fast travel or I can fly. I found myself in the helicopter quite a bit, flying around. So if you can find you a helicopter, find one and keep it, just because it's great for getting places very fast. One thing you will notice, though, in the helicopter is you move so fast that the mountains and the land and the grass and trees, they can't form very quick. So the game starts to kind of pause and cut and kind of skip pretty much, just because it can't load all the things, the dense areas at one time. So that kind of lets you know that there's a lot of stuff going on the map. It's not just a clean slate pretty much. I found that there was a good bit of side missions. Everything, I wasn't going somewhere where there wasn't something. If there wasn't a main mission, if there wasn't a side mission, there was resistance fighters that you could get intel from and help out or rescue. They're green on the map. You'll see them kind of run around. If you see purple blips on the map, which you'll see quite a bit of, especially around areas where there's not any side missions and main missions, that is the government's people, and you can attack them and kind of take down the government a little bit in the area, as well as little red spots, which are the cartel, and you can attack them as well and coordinate. You'll find people all over the map, and usually around them you'll have green crates, which they'll show up as green crates on the map, or you'll have ammo crates, or little things that you can tag. And what you do is you tag these, and it gives you currency towards your skills that you level up later on. So in the areas where there's not side missions and main missions, there's still things to do. It helps you with your ability to upgrade your character in the game so that you can become more efficient at the game. So I think they did a good job of balancing out the areas that have missions and the areas that have just people and not a lot of stuff to do in them, but there's still little things that you can do that give you, I don't know, what's the word? It gives you something to do so you don't feel like, oh, well, that area is pretty much just a waste. There's still things to do. It's just not main missions or side missions. The side missions are a little weird. Sometimes if you go up to the question marks, like one person I went up to, he basically just gives you intel on stuff, like whether it's skill points or currency towards upgrading certain skills, or where side missions are. Now, there's only one side mission that I kind of found, and it was basically raiding a cache. And I didn't get to do it just because I had to go to bed. I had to get up earlier for work this morning. But basically, you attack the cache, you take all the goods they have in it, and I'm sure it'll give you some influence in the region. And then there's also the, what are they called? The intel gathering missions. They're little bitty yellow folders, I think. Yellow folders, yellow papers on the map. And these will give you information on missions around the area or the main 5 bosses that you're trying to get to come out in those regions. The map is so big, I think it's going to take a while to do everything if you're a completionist kind of person. If you're a main mission kind of person, I think it's going to be kind of a short game. I don't think it's going to be a very long game. But with it being multiplayer and with you being able to go around and do some pretty cool stuff, I think that it's still going to be a great buy for you and your friends. It's not GTA quality, in my opinion, but at least you can get 4 buddies together, revisit old areas, blow stuff up, jump off hills. I think it's going to still be a lot of fun after you beat the game, regardless of whether you are a completionist or you just want to do the main story. So I don't have a problem with that. Weapons, I really like the weapons. Even the weapons you start off with, they're very accurate for me at least. I killed a lot of guys in one clip, just not even having to worry about spraying. I just shot them and they died. Like it's not like in Division where things are leveled. So you have to worry about, are they over leveled than me? Are they under leveled? This is why, like I said earlier, I think people that have beat the game and people that are brand new are going to be able to play together and enjoy it, because the player that's beat the game is not necessarily super overpowered, and the player that's just now starting to play is not necessarily underpowered either. You have to be tactical. You have to be strategic about how you go about the missions, though, because you can die pretty quick. I died one time just because my character would not get in the helicopter, and I had the government's people on me, and I think I was like level 4 or whatever that is. It's basically like the star system in GTA. I had all the stars. Everybody was coming after me, truck after truck, person after person running through. So I did die there, but your teammates, whether they're AI or real, they can revive you, so you don't have to worry about it setting you back or taking you somewhere else. So I feel like unless some reason your teammates die, which I didn't actually have any of them die, so I'm not sure that can actually happen, you just get revived. I don't think you actually die and have to start over or anything. But I could be wrong about that. We'll have to wait and see. If you played with your friends and you all died, let me know what happened. Let's see, what else we want to talk about. I got me a little sheet down here. Oh, the skills. So basically, you get skill points, which are little blue things, and I'll try to have some gameplay of it. You get those, and you can upgrade your skill tree. There's one for the drone, for your character, for your physical attributes, for your weapons, things like that. And each one of those also has a consumable you have to have with the skill point to be able to upgrade stuff. I can't remember the names of all of them. But you basically find the different things by completing the side missions and tagging the supplies and doing the main missions and things like that. That's how you upgrade all your skills. Some of the skills that I thought were really cool, I did upgrade my stability on my weapons, so that really helped out a lot. I upgraded my health. I upgraded the drone's battery life. You have a drone in the game. You press up on the D-pad, and it allows you to look around the map where the enemies are and be able to mark them so that you can see them through walls and know where they're at all times. You can even mark them with sync shot with the A button if you're playing on Xbox, X if you're on PlayStation. You can mark them and then have your teammates kill them if you want, if you're playing by yourself. If you're playing with your friends, you can coordinate using the little markers over their head who shoots who, pretty much. So I think that's really fun. It's really going to help to make the game more tactical and more strategic, and make you feel like you're actually doing something strategic yourself instead of it just being utter chaos, just shooting at whatever you want. So I think that's really fun. I think it's a really good addition to that type of game. The drone's battery life is pretty low, though, and it doesn't have a good distance, so upgrading that early on I think is going to be a huge benefit. Another benefit I think is going to be a huge thing, I should have covered this in weapons, get a sniper rifle. I think having a sniper rifle is going to be great. There's plenty of ammo caches all around the map that I found. I never ran out of ammo or grenades. I always had ammo to get from the caches. And in the caches, that's also where you can customize your weapons with different sights, silencers, things like that. There seems to be a good bit of weapons in the game. You know, you've got your classic assault rifles, LMGs, SMGs, snipers, pistols, things like that. So it's a classic, shooting game. So I think there's plenty of variety there. Hopefully, as the game goes on, hopefully they'll add some weapons, maybe add some things to the game. I think that'll be really cool. Other than that, I don't really have anything else to talk about. If they would have opened up more regions, I would have tried to get into those. I didn't get to fight any of the main bosses yet, so I don't really know what those are like yet. I just really hope that it's not like Saints Row, where everybody you fight in that game, it's the same. Everything is the same. The way you attack them, the way you get them to come out, the way you have your influence grow in the areas is all the same. I'm hoping that this game is not like that. I'm hoping it has a lot of variety in its gameplay. The 3 missions that I completed were all different missions. One was interrogation, one was saving someone, and then one was intel gathering. So if the game continues to be, more various and there's more missions you can do that are different, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be worth your money, especially if you're playing with teammates. That's the main thing I want to stress in this review of this beta is you need friends if you want to get the full fun out of this game, I believe. Now, I'm not saying you can't enjoy it by yourself, but I think having 3 buddies or at least another buddy with you, I think is going to make it a lot of fun. So if you're getting the game, let me know in the comments. Like I said, I probably won't be getting it for a while. I am broke. But if any of you are interested and you want me to play with you, the GoFundMe is in the description if you want to hit that up. I'll shout you out and I'll play with you every other night, something when I'm not doing Destiny videos and whatnot. That's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. Hopefully when I get the game, you'll want to come back and watch some gameplay. Maybe we'll do some tutorials on how to do some fun stuff if I end up getting it. Comment below, let me know, is anything that I said wrong, or do you have anything to add to what I said? Did any of you out there get to play more of the beta than I did and have some extra information for the viewers? I'd love it if you put that in the comments. Subscribe for more content, guys. I'm going to be having all kinds of different things. We got, what is it coming out tonight? Horizon Zero Dawn's coming out tonight. I'm going to be playing that. I'm going to try to have a Destiny video in the mornings come out, and then a Horizon video come out later at night. So that way I have 2 videos coming up, but I'm not just constantly spamming your Twitter or your YouTube notifications at one time. Also, follow me on Twitter at IamGodsElite. If you want to keep up with me and the channel and what's going on, I always post updates on what's going on with the videos, whether stuff's coming up, what time it's coming up. So that way, if you want to know anything else about what's going on in my life, follow me there. And I also have a Facebook page where I share all my videos if you want to get them that way as well. God's Elite. All that's been around my head somewhere throughout this video. That's pretty much it, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next video.